Hi everybody, this is Will Bowen with today's JumpStart. I want to share with you something I don't think I've actually shared in these JumpStarts yet, and that is that I am in the process of getting a divorce. It's difficult, it's sad, it's painful, as it is for everyone. You step back and you can't quite figure out what happened after all of these years, and it can make you feel pretty sad, and it can burn inside of you for a very long time. And I'm not to say that it shouldn't. It's a difficult process. It's a grief. It's a grieving process. It's a death. And more than a death of the relationship, it's a death of the future. It's a death of the future that I thought we had together. And that's why I live down here in Key Largo now. I decided that after living in Kansas City for so many years, where I can't scuba dive, but I love to scuba dive, I decided to pick up and move to the scuba diving capital of the world, and that's where I am right now. The other day I was talking to one of my new neighbors, and I've got awesome neighbors here in Key Largo, and she was asking me about what brought me here, and I told her, and she could tell a little bit of sadness in my voice, and she told me that she had lost her husband to cancer and then had gone through a divorce. After that, got married again several years later and then went through a divorce. And she said, "You know what? How old are you?" she said. And I had just turned 60. And she said, "Nobody makes it to 60 without scars, sometimes big scars." She said that after this happened to her, she was feeling super duper sad. And a friend said, "You know what? You need to stop crying, wipe your face, and put on some makeup." And so she looked at me and said, "You know what? You need to stop crying," which I wasn't crying, but stop feeling sad. And she said, "You need to wash your face and put on some makeup." And there was some pretty good advice in that. You know, at a certain point, there is just remonstrating, just repeating over and over and over again in our head the problems and what's gone wrong and how it's not right and how it's not fair and how sad and terrible, etc. it is. And yet at a certain point, you've just got to shake it off and move on. And that was some really good advice, and I took it to heart. It helped me actually to feel much better today. So if today you're sitting around feeling sad and sorry about something that's happened for you, it's understandable. And at the same time, get up, wash your face, put on some makeup, and move on. I don't wear makeup, but it's a very good point. So listen, see how this applies to you today. Catch yourself. Are you feeling sorry for yourself about situations that have happened in the past? We've all had scars. You're not going to make it through life if you don't. So put on your best face, move forward. Time does heal all wounds because time puts space between you and the situation. That's truly the reason that time heals. It puts space between you and the situation. So starting today, put a little bit of space between you and the situation by simply putting a smile on your face and know that time is going to heal things. And you're not alone. We are all hurting. There's an old saying from Homer, I think it was, or Plato, and that is, be kind to everyone you meet, because everyone you meet is carrying a great burden. So know that whatever your burden is, I understand. I celebrate the fact that you are strong enough to move through this, and that ultimately there's a higher and greater good that is going to come out of this for you and for me. And we're all here together to support one another. Be sure and post your questions and comments below. I respond to them all personally. And enjoy today. We'll talk tomorrow. Bye-bye.
No more complaining people. Their lives are changing